Here recording in front of the Kent State Student Rec Center, this has been Jacob DiFiore with TV2 News. Stan Lee will forever be known as one of the pioneers of comics. He will forever be missed. In Cuyahoga Falls, Jacob DiFiore, TV2 News. Comics have been a huge interest for many people since the early 1930s and have stayed that way today.
I think people would generally like the stories, the fantasy, the fiction, the illustration. There's a whole lot of things. I also think a lot of people enjoy just the idea of collecting comic books and having the issues themselves.
Many of the fans enjoy the use of images while reading a story, and a lot of people enjoy them more than books.
You can show so much more in a comic than you can in a book, and a reader can picture it.
However, now with the emergence of online shopping, some stores, including your favorite comic shop, may be in danger of losing business.
Because it's better deals, and I don't like going to the stores.
The growing popularity of stores such as Midtown Comics or Comixology may be the start of something new in the comic world, but many people still enjoy coming into the shops.
I think more likely in store, because I think there's the whole collector's mentality and actually coming and picking out which book you want.
The feeling of having that book in your hands gives many shoppers the satisfaction they are looking for.
Shopping in stores, you get to actually flip through the book and see if you like the art.
Across such stores may have to change the way they do things to make it easier to compete with the online shops.
I think it would probably have to create a brand or some type of experience for the shopper to actually want to come in.
Even if the stores get ahead, Cross says that online shopping will never go away.
Online shopping will always probably have a dominant role just because of the convenience, but I think people still would want that experience of actually going out to the stores.
In Kent, this is Jacob DiFiore with TV2 News.
It's a tough industry. They get to win or lose. We never get to win. We can only lose.
NFL referee John Perry has had a long path leading up to where he is now.
If I started when I was 17 or 18, I got in the league when I was 35. So for me, it was roughly a 25 year process to get here.
Perry says that the level of stress that comes with being a ref is extremely high.
There's always stress at this level. There's stress at every level, but probably more with the NFL because it's such a huge business.
The fans bring up some of the stress that the refs go through.
We put stress on ourselves, and of course there's stress from the media, the fans, coaches, and players. Part of what we do.
Even some of the fans understand how hard their job is.
It's a hard job to do. You got to keep up with those players. You got to be in shape. You got to be big and strong. And just to know every rule out there. And the fans don't know all the rules, so hopefully the refs do.
Still, some of the rules and calls may not be agreed upon with the fans and the refs.
Some of them, as far as the roughing the quarterback and protection of the quarterback, I mean, that's the way game is supposed to be played. It's a violent game. People are supposed to be hitting each other.
However, the focus of the NFL has now changed.
Our game is changing, and every year the competition committee tries to create new rules, new interpretations of old rules to make the game safer.
Even the referees understand that this is not a popular topic.
The fans may not like it, the players may not like it, the coaches may not like it, but that's what the game is moving to. How can we make the game safer?
In Kent, Jacob DiFiore, TV2 News.
If your intent is to further embellish and you have an agenda of putting out more false news because it gets you excited and you think that's fun, then you shouldn't be a journalist.
David Foster believes fake news is something that has been around for a while, and now it is a bigger problem in the media.
The biggest thing to take away is that fake news isn't anything new. We've always had to deal with people not trusting us, and now there's just even more sources to pull from.
Social media has been a key part in the way journalists tell their stories.
Journalists are using social media as a tool to find leads or check things, and there's a lot of pressure to get things out.
Foster says social media may give people a voice, but that does not make them a journalist.
The democratization of the web gives everybody a voice and everybody an opinion, and I think what you learn to do in journalism is to write without your personal opinion, but based on the facts you're presented with.
Shelton believes that the future will be brighter for journalists.
I think people are going to get smarter and realize that there is life beyond social media.
The future for journalists is unsure, but many people want to see it back to normal.
Journalism has to find its way back, and despite all of these distractions?
For now, we can only hope that our truth is enough.
Truth is always going to be something that we're seeking. It's not something that we always are going to have. It's something we're seeking.